So an animated film with John Cena as a talking bull gets nominated for a Golden Globe, but the Lego Batman movie doesn't. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Ferdinand is the new movie directed by Carlos Saldina, coming from Blue Sky Animation. This movie stars John Cena as a bull named Ferdinand who is being raised for bullfighting, but he doesn't want to do bullfighting. He wants to sniff flowers. When he finds out more about what happens with the bullfighting, since he's finding out that the bulls are being raised for either bullfighting or to become food or leather, and he doesn't want either of those things to happen to him, so he decides to run away from the bullfighting farm, and he ends up at this flower garden being taken care of by this girl named Nina. So you see him grow up from a calf to a full-grown bull at this flower garden. He meets a dog named Paco, a sheepdog, voiced by Gerard Carmichael. And what happens is he runs off from the flower garden to the village where he creates a lot of ruckus and scares some people. And this is where he is forced to go back to the bullfighting farm. When he returns to the bullfighting farm, where he meets back up with all the calves that were being raised for bullfighting, and some of them were bullying him. Bulls bullying the main bull. Like Valiente and Guapo. And Bones, who was a very fast bull. And when Ferdinand comes back to this farm, not only does he get back with Valiente and Guapo, he meets up with some other bulls. He meets this bull that's been genetically made for bullfighting. He's like a Hulk of a bull, almost like a Frankenbull kind of bull. And he meets up with this goat named Lupe, voiced by Kate McKinnon. And that's where the movie begins to fall apart. You got some of the characters who are very, very annoying. Kate McKinnon's character is probably the most annoying character of all the characters in this movie. But this movie even makes one of my favorite actors, David Tennant, who is the 10th Doctor for Doctor Who. You made the 10th Doctor from Doctor Who into an annoying character, into an annoying blind bull. How do you do that? Blue Sky did it. The horses in this movie are annoying. The three hedgehogs, Una, Dos, and Quatros. There's no Tres. Actually, Tres shows up later on in the movie, at the very end. And that's pretty much the rest of our characters. Now, I had very low expectations from this movie because this had John Cena becoming a voice actor, and I don't really think John Cena is that good of an actor, and the idea of him being a voice actor really doesn't sound too appealing to me. But I decided to give this movie a chance because the trailer did look a little bit interesting, and pretty much I didn't really like this movie that much, but I do think kids might like the movie. I did like the first half of the movie where you see Ferdinand growing up and he leaves the farm and goes to the flower garden, meets Nina and Paco, the sheepdog, and the relationship he has with Nina, the friendship he has with Nina, and I did like the friendship he has with Paco. And the hilarious antics that happen in the village, I did like. One of the antics you see in the trailer, Ferdinand ends up in this china shop and breaks everything in the china shop, which is very funny. But once he gets back to the bullfighting farm, that's where the comedy really doesn't get very funny and ends up becoming more annoying, really, because a lot of the characters that we meet up with, Angus, Lupe, the hedgehogs, the horses, they are all so annoying. Really, the only characters that you meet up with that are not annoying, the dog Paco, Valiente, I didn't find too annoying. I did like Guapo, but that's pretty much it. And one of the problems with this movie is the fact that this movie really doesn't embrace the Spanish culture, really. A lot of the actors are mostly white actors. There are very few Spanish actors or Mexican actors in this movie, really. The human actors, the actors that voice the humans, like Nina, I think is Spanish, and the one that voices the Matador, and obviously he's Spanish. The guy that runs the bullfighting farm is voiced by a Spanish actor, and the guy that is Nina's father is a Spanish actor. But all the animals, I think, are mostly voiced by American actors, or they're voiced by British actors like David Tennant. And Kate McKinnon is also very annoying in this movie. I like Kate McKinnon. She's one of the best actresses to ever impersonate Hillary Clinton. But in this movie, she is so annoying as this goat that is trying to coach Ferdinand into becoming a bullfighting bull. And one of the annoying gags in this movie is the fact that they have this plant that has the song, the Macarena song. So you hear the Macarena song like 3 or 4 times in this movie from the second act down. And I didn't really like this movie that much. I mean, I do think kids might like this movie, but honestly, I didn't really like this movie all that much since I'm an adult and I had a hard time getting into this film. So overall, I really think this movie is not very good. Maybe it's pretty much a rental, but beyond that, this movie is just mostly for kids, really. It's not really all that much for adults, really. So I'm gonna give this movie a C, really. It's really not that good of a movie. I really don't understand how this movie's being nominated for a Golden Globe, but the Lego Batman movie isn't. That movie is a much better film than Ferdinand is. I don't understand that at all. But Ferdinand is nominated and Lego Batman isn't. That makes so much sense. And that's all I gotta say for this movie. This movie is pretty much just a rental.